Okay, let me grab the cards. And let's see what we have for the spirit read. See what's going to come through for that. Okay. I think I'm just going to pull the cards here real quick and we'll see what we have. Out of the way. First one is out for the astrology side of it is dignified, strength. Then we have ninth house, exploration, and the final one is immerse, Cancer, immerse. Okay. See what we have with that. Dignified strength. Okay. Under dignified strength, we have white light. Under exploration, we have authentic. And with immerse, we have confidence. And now we'll get our clarifiers and see what they are. Brings it all together. You have the strength of the white light. Do authentic exploration and have confidence in what you're immersing yourself into. Okay, but let's see. Okay. So with the strengthening of the white light, we have King of Pentacles. Okay, so that which is coming into your physical world. Okay, under authentic exploration, it's looking at, we have the devil, which is looking at the egoic things, the things that, you know, like it was in the other one today, focus, the negative things, the things that one is chained to. So being willing to look at that stuff. Where is it you're being chained in your life? And confidence, immersing yourself into, again, where are you tied up? Okay, so it's doing that confidently looking. Don't be afraid to look deeper. Look deeper in your life. And now this is one of the things that are so important, to authentically look at things. And I talked about this, I've done a writing on this, about everything is held in place by the mind spin, and that's what is the creative element in your life, no matter what it is, where you're going. Quantum, that energy of quantum is directed by the mind, by the consciousness, by where you're putting that energy. Now, if you've got yourself tied up into something that's not benefiting, that's why it's called an illusion of truth. It's the things that make us ill that we have believed to be true, which are totally false. And it takes again, in the beginning, looking at your world, all you survey. If you want to get a handle on the world situation, where you're at, you've got the king here, you want to be the top of your game in what's coming on in your world, then you need to be willing to look deeper and explore authentically, not just pass it off, not just ignore it, not just, buy into it, not to fear it, but to actually look deeper and see where you are being tied up, what's being ego-driven that you don't want to let go of. Those things that keep the mental spin going, okay? So let me get into here, because this is something I'm very familiar with, that I've taught on the path that I teach. And that is, again, you sit and you go into that stillness and you observe. You have to observe the mind, and you observe the mind, how it affects the emotions, and how the mind and emotions create your storyline. I call it your soap opera. How it's creating that soap opera which you are starring in. And you need to look at these things deeper. You'll see that when something comes in and you have a knee-jerk reaction, what happens? You have a flush of adrenaline that takes place, and then you go into an immediate emotion, usually fight or flight, and that, again, you connect it to some old story pattern, and then you create some sort of a new ideation around it, new story, and you're off to the races with this. And it just keeps cycling and cycling and cycling, and it can begin like a tornado. But really, in reality, you can only have one thought at a time. So look at these things. This is an opportunity to look deeper into your life so you can get a handle. Because most people that start a spiritual journey, why do they do it? You do it because you want to have a better handle on your life. You want to have more control. You want to have more happiness. You want to find the higher things. And in order to find the higher things, you need to get rid of the lower things which you have gravitated to, which keep your mind spin going and keep you on this wheel of karma. There's nothing in there that you can't let go of. You need to let go of some of these things. Maybe you have somebody that's really made you angry and you just want revenge and you don't want to let go of that. Well, you're holding that energy in place, and rather than hurting somebody else, really in the end you are hurting yourself, because you are living in this maelstrom of engorged energy which just keeps continuing to consume you. In the end, you are consumed with either the lust or something else that's driving you, which is not beneficial. So look at these things, look deeper, be willing to go and dive deep into it to see where it's coming from, and to release those things, cut those bonds, cut those things which are causing bondage, which are keeping, like the devil form, in place, the ego form in place, that is, again, driving these illusions which are keeping you on a wheel of karma. If you want the higher things, then you need to be able to access and look at the lower things, and to come to that point of releasing them. And when you release them and you have forgiveness for others, then that releases that energy to go forward in a better way for you within your life experience. So all of these things, are there to benefit. You come in to learn these lessons. You want to experience them. You want to, again, go through this journey. We all choose this for ourselves. We are not forced to be here, but we choose these things. So what are the choices that you've made in your life? What are the things you came to experience, to get a handle on, to be able to move forward in consciousness, elevated understanding, and awareness? So yes, we are going through a difficult time as humanity at large, but also it is your daily life. We have the singular life, and then we have also the conditioned mind play. And you could see this throughout wherever you're living. Each place has a different pocket of energy. So when you finish with that pocket of energy, then you have a tendency to move and go somewhere else that will more align with what you are facing and dealing with at the time. So all of this is a journey. All of it's a journey. Don't get down with these things, but this is an opportunity to look deeper. And that's what this is about today. It's about looking deeper at the things that have you chained by your own energy and your own proclivities, and the things that you are hanging on to that you do not want to release. If you release it, then you have an opportunity for something else to come in. Okay? So if you want to what are the things you've been grinding on for a long time? It's time to, again, release it. This is why, again, forgiveness is so important, because it releases this energy. It releases the energy. And when you have these things come in, and you keep replaying this old thing, then who's victimizing you but you are victimizing yourself at that time, because these things have passed away. Yes, an event happened, but now if you keep running these old tapes, then you are victimizing yourself. And why do you want to victimize yourself? Why do you want to be caught in this illusion when you can release it? And that's part of the journey here. You come here to learn how to release these things, to move to higher awareness, to see from a higher viewpoint, rather than being caught in not seeing the forest for the trees. When you are down here, you don't see, you just see what's immediately surrounding you. And part of the journey is to get to the higher view, so you can see from a higher elevation the whole of the picture, rather than this minuscule little part of it. You can see the whole mechanism, but now you're only seeing one gear, how it's locked into these other gears. If you get above it, you can see how the whole thing is working together. And yes, we are all working together. You are a cog in the system of the universe. Okay? You are a light in the light of God. You are one of those little sparks that comes out from the body of God, and a spark in the universe. But each spark has its face, has its function, has its sense of reality. So where is it you are at in your journey, in your life journey? So all love and light to all beings. Yes, there is a grand happening, a grand unfolding, and we are all part of that journey. So how much do you want to grow? What doors do you want to open? If you want to open the door, then you have to close the other door. You have to go cross the bridge and then let go of the bridge. You don't drag it with you. You can't drag the bridge with you. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. All of these things, look at them, because they actually do point in the direction of something that has some import somewhere. Okay? So thank you, much love and light to all of you. And don't forget, we are here to aid you. Whether it's the lights that you are dealing with through these different forums, or whether you are opening up to the guidance from higher realms. In any case, whether it's someone on the earth plane that's working to aid you to move you forward, a light worker there, or light workers above, we are all here, and we're giving the same message. We are all here giving that same light to move you forward. There is truth, that is the ultimate truth, and then you break it down to your truth according to your life experiences, etc. But all of this is there to help to unchain you from your own mental spin and drama that you have gathered and collected, the wheel that you have forged, the chains that you have forged, which there is always a key to open them and to free you, but you must be willing to look deeper and to question that within yourself And when you see the reality rather than the spin, then that can immediately open. You have the key to open that and to move forward to the higher elevated consciousness and knowing. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave that here. This is something I have talked about and have written about before. It's a big part of the journey, is coming to a place of stilled awareness, of being in the moment and being able to look deeper at the things that are going on and question it. And if you sit in that stillness and you observe, big part of it is observation, you can see how an event brings up a thought, and the thought creates an emotion, and the emotion creates a connection to a storyline, okay? And you can see how these things revolve, okay? So it's a point of, like it said, exploration. If you want to fully be able to have a handle on the world, the things, events, world events, then you need to look at what's being chained, where you're being chained, where you're being hung up mentally, and question that. And if you question it and you look at it deeply, there is a key to unlock that and to move forward. And I can tell you that absolutely, because it is the journey that I made here in my own life experience. And, when you get to that end point of that journey, you get to realization, which is coming to who and what you are. And all of the baggage is immediately as if it never happened. Okay? So thanks for tuning in, Love and Light, and we'll see you online.